Hello parents, my name is Michelle Reagan and I've made a screencast of my Parents' Night presentation for you in case you weren't able to come so you could still meet me and hear about your daughter's class. First of all, this class is 2 semesters. The first semester is called Paschal Mystery, and it's basically the theology behind Christ's mission of salvation. And the second semester is called Mission of Jesus, and that picks up with where Jesus leaves off after the ascension. We do a little bit of early church history, look at how the church grew, how it broke apart, and then look at how the church functions in the world today. So a little bit about myself. I have a BA in Political Science and Religion from USC. I have a Master's in Religious Studies from Cal State Long Beach. I have a Leading Edge Certificate in Online Teaching from the Orange County Department of Education, and I also have a Professional Catechist Certificate from the Diocese of Orange. And I've been working both as a teacher and in youth ministry and confirmation in the Diocese of Orange for over 10 years. And you might recognize my name. I am the wife of the famous Mr. Reagan of Servite High School. So I also have 2 daughters in Catholic school. These are my daughters, Sofia and Catherine, and I show you their pictures because I know both the struggles of trying to afford this type of education for your daughters. I know how important and enriching it is, and I know how hard it is to raise daughters in the world today, and I want you to know this because we're all in the same boat. The course philosophy is basically head, heart, hands. Sometimes people expect religious studies classes to not be very academic because they think it's going to be like a youth group. It does have some of those elements of youth group. We do a lot of sharing, a lot of praying, but this is an academic class. We learn about our faith first with our heads, and we try to understand what the church teaches. And then we learn with our hearts and try to ask ourselves, well, what do I believe? And then we learn with our hands. How am I going to apply these teachings in my daily life? And even if your daughter isn't Catholic, she's still going to learn to grow as a person, and she's going to learn about traditions from our church and our faith that will help her in her practice of her own faith. The coursework in classwork, there is some lecture. I also do flip lectures. They take notes in their OneNote notebook. It's on Moodle. You can also download the notebook if you'd like. I have it all prepared for them with all their handouts, PowerPoints, everything is all ready for them. The only thing is the page numbers are incorrect because we got a new edition of our textbook this fall. We do pray. The girls lead prayer every day in their families, and then we do special prayers throughout the year. We have a lot of reflection and discussion. We use technology a lot for that, like today's Meet. And we also are experimenting with a class Twitter page this year. It's at RosaryKOG. I don't follow the students, but they can follow me. And I'm just trying to bring spirituality to their digital world. And we do a lot of collaborative projects in their families. They only take 3 unit tests, and the rest of their final assessments is project-based. And for homework, they'll have a reading quiz that happens about every other week. They do have some flipped lessons, usually depends on the chapter. Some have more than others. And then if they don't finish their work in class, it becomes homework. And there are 2 projects, one the first semester and one the second semester that are done entirely at home. But the main 2 homework tasks they have are to read the chapter and do their quiz, and they also write essential questions and a paragraph for each chapter. So that's their main homework. And you can see the kids here. This is them doing an exercise with planting seeds as a symbol of faith. And these guys, we do a digital scavenger hunt, and it ends in the park where we reflect on our connection with nature. Grading, it's entirely based on points. So you get a 10 out of 10, you have 100%. The semester grade is at 80% of the grade, and the final exam is 20. This semester, they won't take a final exam on a Scantron. I'm going to have them create a final portfolio. It will be a digital e-portfolio, and they will use Google Sites to make it. If you have any concerns about that, if you do not allow your daughter to create websites, or you don't want her portfolio published on the internet, just express that to your daughter and we will find another way to do it. There's always more than one way to skin a cat. We do use a lot of technology in this class, so please communicate your family's rules on that so that I can make sure she follows them in class. I do accept late work. It's half credit and it has to be emailed to me as a PDF, and there are 20 extra credit points per semester, and Right now I'm offering extra credit for school supplies. I do a big project with Dia de los Muertos, and I need some help with that. So if you just ask your daughter, I have the list in class, and that's one way currently she get extra credit. Now, some of the technology we use, they have their Lenovo laptop. She should have it every day and make sure that it's working well. But if she ever has a technology issue, of course, if she needs extra time, I tend to be pretty understanding unless they take advantage of it. I'm going to talk more about Moodle and Aries in a second. We do use some Web 2.0 tools like Prezi. We also have a course YouTube channel. Every single thing I do in class, whether it's an in-class lecture or a flipped lecture, can be found on the YouTube channel. So if your daughter's absent, she'll never miss a minute of this class. And you can also take the class alongside her. Like I said before, I'm experimenting with this class Twitter. The students are very into Twitter. I still don't really understand it. But I thought if they're going to be on social media, they should have voices that are good voices, voices that are hopeful, voices that send good messages. So I've created class Twitter to that end. Like I said, I don't follow them, but I do send out tweets like things from the Pope and reminders to take their tests and things like that. And I'm also using Remind. It used to be Remind 101. That's a way you could get a text message reminder of homework and things like that. If you would like to sign up for that, just give me an email and I will send you all the information. Now, Moodle. I know your sophomore parents, you already kind of know this, but this is where you find information on the course. So if your student's absent, she should check Moodle first. And I do have a tour of Moodle for parents on our class YouTube channel. On the YouTube channel, there is a parents playlist, and you can take a tour of my Moodle there. I have to be updating most of the student videos, however, because we got a new Moodle over the summer, so I need to update those. Parents, you can log in to Moodle by going to the Rosary main page, clicking on the Moodle link, and you can log into my class under the Religious Studies folder and just log in with the guest code parent. So again, Moodle is where you go to find out what goes on in class every day. Aries is where you check her grades. So please have your students check their grades weekly. If there's ever an error in the grade, they just need to send me a polite email, be very specific what period it was, what assignment it was, and I'll do my best to get it fixed as soon as possible. And you should probably check up on her bi-weekly. I know at this age you want to give them more independence, but especially if you know your daughter is one of the types that slips a little, please do check up on them. And the last thing I'd like to say is just thank you. Thank you for having your daughters. I'm really enjoying them. It's a really fun group. If you ever have any questions, you can see my email right here. It's mreagan@rosaryhs.org, and that is the best way to reach me. I'll get back to you within 48 hours, unless if you email me at like 10 p.m. on a Friday night, I'll get back to you first thing Monday. But any concerns or questions you have, just let me know. And thank you for sharing this time with me.